Hi, in this video I will talk about the inflammation theory of relationships, and it can be a novel theory, although the inflammation theory is not new in psychiatry, and it is used widely to explain many psychiatric conditions. So I found one figure about it, and it relates the chronic inflammation with certain psychiatric symptoms. And simply, if you have a flu or similar diseases, you will probably have depression, and you cannot feel good, you cannot feel very happy. So inflammation itself can be a reason for unhappiness. And it's also related to many things like diet, mindfulness, lifestyle, whether you exercise or not, and genetic vulnerability. Like, for example, like for COVID-19 vulnerability, there are genetic factors, or certain somatic symptoms like pain, cough, headache, muscular weakness can be related to chronic inflammation. And chronic inflammation has something to do with aging too. So here we see that early life stress, genetic factors, current illness, and acute stress may be related to current levels of inflammation, and then present focus and impulsivity may be related to focus on threat and behavioral problems in long term. A sustainable romantic relationship. In this context, so how we can use inflammation to explain it, and so we should focus on explaining it. And basically, sustainable romantic relationships, so by definition, it doesn't mean that 5 years of relationship, it doesn't mean the 10 years of relationship as well. It means happy relationship and peaceful relationship, basically. Like they cannot show off like having a relationship of 30 years simply, and it may look shiny, but it may sound shiny, but it may indicate, it doesn't prove that, it doesn't indicate that they're happy. So inflammation is a critical health factor that can affect couples' well-being. So novelty of inflammation theory of relationships. There's no previous study relating inflammation theory with the relationships, but maybe there are some studies, but I think there is no specific study on this topic. In the psychiatry, we see that many diseases such as schizophrenia, autism, depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, Alzheimer's disease is found to be related to inflammatory theories. And it is one of the theories that can explain a lot of things, and it can offer you a practical suggestions, like if you improve your health, then you can be healthier, you can be happier, and it reduces the chances of psychiatric diseases. So, and then on this topic, so also attractiveness can affect someone's inflammation theory can affect someone's attractiveness. For example, so it can impact their cognitive skills. So if you don't have inflammation, if you are healthy, your cognitive skills will be higher. But I don't mean that you will be intellectual or you will be professor. This is not the same thing, because the cognitive skills, it's high cognitive skills is not something like that. It can be about social skills, or like other skills like finding location, or finding solving problems. So if someone have those skills, then they will give the sense of they can solve the problems easily, and they can increase the chances of survival. And so they are good partners because they are solving their problems, they are reducing the stress. Studies haven't found a direct link between acute inflammation and perceived attractiveness. This suggests that humans might not subconsciously use physical appearance to avoid individuals with current infections. Interestingly, one research suggests that potential connection between stronger immune systems and being perceived as more attractive. This link, however, might be more complex than simply avoiding illness. So I found this information using using Google and with the help of ChatGPT. So it's important to cite the relevant references, but it's like a general information. Chronic inflammation can manifest in the skin, leading to conditions like acne and eczema, and can significantly impact someone's perceived attractiveness. But it doesn't mean that they will be less attractive for sure. So that it is important. Conversely, health skin, often associated with youthfulness and vitality, might be indirectly linked to a healthy immune system and lower chronic inflammation. Inflammation-related parameters, maybe those are chronic inflammation, cardiovascular disease, neurological disease. So, for example, cardiovascular disease can impact someone's attractivity. If someone is it may increase the chances of being maybe excited, and they cannot calm, and it gives the sense of, it's not very scientific opinion, but it gives the sense of he is not mature. A neurological disease, autoimmune disease, those diseases, chronic fatigue syndrome, and no one finds someone with, I'm not saying that these people are less attractive, but I'm saying that if you have a disease, maybe it lowers the chances of finding matching people. But so if they have like those diseases like fatigue or others, they're tired, they feel tired, and they may even less interested in having the relationship. Acute inflammation, allergic reaction, trauma, injury, burns, laceration, frostbite. So these are all related to inflammation. And so it's also related to, for example, they can also affect the physical appearance. But it is not same. So it takes time to understand the inflammation. So simply, yeah, even if they have less healthy and less health, then maybe they can find someone with similar features. So it doesn't mean that they cannot find someone. Inflammatory theory in psychiatry suggests that inflammation associated with the immune response may play a significant role in the development and progression of certain psychiatric disorders. According to this theory, chronic inflammation in the body can have a direct impact on the brain and its functioning, leading to alterations in the mood, cognition, and behavior. And mood change can also be related to relationships, and if they're not in a good mood, they don't want to go outside, they don't want to spend much time, and maybe it increases the chances of losing the partner because they don't want to spend time together. May also have potential effects on the relationship. While the direct impact is an emerging field of study, and in fact there is no study, there are several ways in which inflammation could potentially influence interpersonal dynamics. So as I said, mood and emotional regulation, cognitive function, so problem solving, conflict resolution. So if you can solve the problems quickly, and I think it is more attractive. And so in this presentation, I aim to investigate the complex relationship, but this is actually not a study. The name of this it should be presentation indeed. And inflammation can affect emotional regulation, communication, and conflict resolution, which are essential components of a healthy relationship. So if they are good at conflict resolution, then they can be good partners. And the inflammation theory can play a substantial role in understanding the dynamics of romantic relationships. The presentation highlights, another study highlights the importance of considering the impact of inflammation on both partners' psychological and physical well-being to improve the quality of their relationships. Basically, if they improve their health status, and they can improve their relationship, and they can solve their problems faster. And so then it sounds like a novel and interesting idea. And thanks for listening to the presentation, and hope to see you in the next presentation.